Hey everybody, welcome to the Go Guerilla podcast, Filmcast, all types of casts.
Yeah, we're casting.
We're casting. I'm one of your hosts, Ashia Dumont.
I'm the other host, Paul Robinson, and we're at NAB, New York. We're going to run around in here like idiots and interview a lot of people and talk about some film stuff, so come join us.
I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, so all right, let's find a booth. I really like this follow focus, actually.
Where were they?
They were over there. Hey guys, I'm here with Paul at the Roland booth at NAB New York. How are you?
Awesome, man. How are you?
Good. So tell us a little bit about what you have going on here at the booth.
Sure. So right now at the booth, we have kind of three different categories of switchers. We have our video switchers, which will take video signals in and then switch them out to certain destinations. We have matrix switchers, which will take in multiple different inputs to multiple different outputs with scaling and lots of things, and I can walk you guys through the booth. And then the last category that we have is our streaming switchers, which will allow you to take all your audio and your video, bring them in to one unit, and then stream it out over a USB cable.
Oh, nice. So you could potentially, if we were podcasting, we could have a couple different cameras set up and then stream that right through one USB connection.
And not only cameras, but you can bring in DVD players, you could bring in Blu-ray players, you could bring in computers, whatever you'd like, whatever video source you want to bring in over HDMI or SDI, you can bring those in and then stream them out a USB connection. So it makes it really simple and really easy. If you guys want to take a look,
let's take a look.
Yeah, what is matrix streaming? Because that sounds sci-fi and interesting.
Has like a blue pill or a red pill involved? No?
This one's called the VR4 HD.
Yeah.
It's 4 HDMI inputs and 2 HDMI outputs.
Okay.
And on the back of the unit, there's also a USB cable for web streaming.
Okay.
Right? So as of right now, I'm just taking the USB connection out of the switcher, going into my Mac here. The way that your computer is going to see these this unit is as if it were a webcam. Okay, so there's no special drivers or software that you're going to need. If you're going to go right to Facebook Live or YouTube Live with this, it makes it easy because it's just a click of a button. It really does show up as just a video source, right? So again, as I'm doing any of my switching, you can see it switching on my computer over there. The next step that you would go up from the VR4 HD would be the VR50. And the VR50 is right here. As you can see, they're similar layout.
It's very fancy though, this one.
Well, and by the way, both of these units have a touch screen, so if I wanted to switch through my different sources, I can just touch which source I want to switch to on my multi-view here.
Yeah.
All right. But again, same thing, audio and video all in one. The biggest difference between these two is the fact that that's an all HDMI platform, great for podcasters and everything else. But if you're going to step up to do more of a production type thing and you have multiple different kinds of cameras as well as...
Let me guess, SDI.
Yes, absolutely. So you have multiple different SDI cameras or HDMI sources or even composite or component connections. All those connections that I just listed are on the back of this one. So you have scaling on every single input as well as every single output that allows you to really, I call this my Swiss Army knife. I mean, there's not a single situation where I've walked into that this can't handle it, whatever video feed or video source.
And how many feeds can it accommodate?
Sure, as of right now, there's 12 connections on the back of the unit itself, and I can control up to 7 of them at one time.
How's this going to hit our bank account?
Sure. So as of right now, the VR4 HD is $24.95 retail. Okay. And this one is $59. The VR50 HD is $59.95 retail.
And they're all available now.
They're all available right now. They're shipping. They're contact your local retailer of who you guys buy from, and more than likely they'll have them. So again, that's kind of the streaming switcher category that we have. Next, we'll move on to the video switcher category.
I like this one because it has a lever.
Absolutely, that's our T-fader, our T-bar. And the T-bar allows us to go through all of our different sources and say, you know what, as of right now, I'm on source number 5, but I want to switch to source number 1. So anything that's in red is going to be my program. Anything that's in green is going to be queued up next as my preview. And when I do my take, it'll do a switch for me. Nice. All right. The cool thing about this one is I have a dedicated auxiliary row. Right? So let's say, for instance, we're in a situation where somebody's giving a presentation. There's maybe a PowerPoint behind them that they're using. In order to keep the presenter on pace, you kind of want to have a confidence monitor at the front of the screen or in front of the stage, so they can look down and know where they're at and what the next slide is. You can use this dedicated auxiliary row to feed that confidence monitor, and then not mess with anything that's going on behind your presenter as far as for your program feed.
Right.
So there's 3 different output paths with this one. It's an auxiliary path, a program path, and a preview path that you can assign to your outputs that are on the back. So on the back of this one, you have SDI and HDMI outputs.
That's like the Swiss Army knife 2.0.
Exactly.
That's fine.
All right.
There you go. I see
that's very cool, though.
Yeah, a lot in production situations. They're live event switchers.
Yeah.
And that's really where the video switchers fit in.
Very cool.
All right.
That's very cool. And the pricing on this?
Price one on this one is $29.95. This one is called the XS42. The XS42 is kind of a little brother to our Matrix 80 series of switchers, all right? So they're all HDMI inputs, all right, as well as HDMI outputs. Now, the beauty on this one is the fact that we've had customers asking for a smaller format of our larger Matrix switchers. So you can take 4 of your HDMI feeds on the back and go out your 2 HDMI outs on the back, and you have a Matrix switch. So I can say, you know what, on this screen here, I want to take one of my 4 different sources and do my transitions, do my switches, right? But I also want to leave that one alone. Okay, so I can make sure that I have 2 different feeds from my 4 different sources. Now, the other thing that I like about this is there's scaling on all the inputs as well as all the outputs. What that means is anytime I take in a camera feed or a laptop or any video source, they don't all have to match.
Right.
They'll easily come in, they'll all talk to each other, and then be spit out the outputs to whatever resolution you need them to be, okay? Now with this unit here, you can do pixel accurate scaling, which means if you put together an LED panel wall, sometimes because of the number of panels up and down and left to right, you can get a funky resolution, and maybe the video feed that you have coming in doesn't look good. But you can do pixel accurate scaling directly to that wall, so it looks perfect on the video wall that you put together. Nice. So that's another powerful feature on this one that we have.
Yeah,
all, right?
all in this little.
All in that little box.
Little box.
Little guy. Yeah.
Nice.
Impressive.
So,
very cool. And the pricing on this one?
Pricing on this one is not out yet. But I believe it's going to be.
You've seen it here first. Maybe not, but
Special.
This one, as well as the VP42, which I'll cover for you just next, which again is part of our switcher category. I believe they're going to sit right around $15.95, but I'll have to double check with you guys on that one. So,
fairly affordable solutions for the quality that you're getting out of it. You know.
Absolutely.
Right.
So
down to this guy.
At least we have the VP42. What it allows me to do is, again, I have my 4 different HDMI sources on the back, but if I want to do custom transitions, or I want to do, take my sources and have them maybe tiled out on my my program feed, I can do that, and I can set it up ahead of time. So at any point in time, I might be able to start with just one main video feed, okay, and then switch over to another one where I have 1, 2, maybe it's a split screen scenario, and then all 4 video sources, 1, 2, 3, 4. It just makes it very easy for me to tile these things out and work with them and do these custom transitions. And I can set all this up and pre-bake it beforehand. So it gets really, really creative on how I can use the VP42.
Yeah, I was going to say, so you set up all the transitions prior to that, and then you bake them in.
Yep. And you have 10 different slots that you can use to do your custom transitions.
Wow. And the pricing on this?
I believe it's $15.95, but again,
it's not out yet.
They're not out yet.
I know it's not out yet, but it's the price.
Take it easy.
Price point,
So,
well, thank you so much, Paul, for talking with us.
Absolutely.
And
Thank you.
check them
Nice
out,
seeing you.
Roland.
Thanks, guys.
Paul, what do you think of this camera?
I think it's got a lens on it, which is nice.
I like this streaming handle.
Yeah.
And this hole with the 4 dots in it.
So it turns out that this knob here, when you look in here, it's blurry, and then you turn the knob and it's not blurry anymore.
Magic.
Yeah.
Oh,
leave it alone, it's working.
All right, well, see you later.
Bye.
Well, that concludes our day at NAB.
NAB New York.
Stuff.
I actually got an Arri shirt.
You did get an Arri shirt.
I'm very excited about that.
I didn't get any kind of shirt or nothing like that.
Yeah.
Somebody had wine. I didn't get any of that either. But whatever. I got bags galore.
Yep.
And I kind of learned some stuff.
Yeah, what'd you learn? What's the one takeaway you took from this place?
Ari's gonna start putting 4K raw in their camera.
Blackmagic is going to put 4K
I mean,
in there.
Blackmagic
That's fine.
is going to do
We'll get
RAW
you- we'll
in their
get you
new
there.
camera. That's going to be $1,200 that they don't have enough to ship of, but they will soon. I learned that.
Yeah.
I learned about the Matrix.
Oh God, the Roland Matrix.
And
yeah.
you know that DMX is in a lot of technology.
Yeah,
X
it
is gonna
is.
give it to us.
X is going to give it to us.
And I can't wait for it.
All right, well, thank you guys for tuning in and watching and all that stuff. And, check us out at goguerillafilm.com, which will just forward you to Sen3 Productions /GoGorilla. But check out the podcast, all applicable links in the description below. And thank you guys so much for watching.
And thanks to Rocky for filming stuff.
Thanks
He's
for
on the other
Rocky.
side of their camera.
There'll be a link to him in the description as well.
Yes.